Chapter 4: How We Do It. Our team is here to be helpful and support Annenberg faculty, staff, students, and guests. Our philosophy is to put customer service first by being helpful, efficient, accountable, and friendly. We like to document and communicate things with our team and customers. It helps us stay informed and organized. Here are a few things you should always do. Document your work by responding to tickets or creating them in our ticketing system. Be sure to summarize in-person or over-the-phone customer interactions. Follow up periodically and proactively. Document the steps you are taking to help and always tell the customer what you did to complete the request. Always ask them if there is anything else you can help with. Employment policies. As a member of the TechOps team, you must understand and follow the policies and procedures outlined. If you have any questions, ask your supervisor. Timekeeping and getting paid. Pay cycles occur bi-weekly according to the USC bi-weekly payroll schedule. They begin on Thursday and end 2 weeks later on Wednesday. To get paid for the hours you work during each pay cycle, you must log your hours using Workday each shift. You are required to log your hours each day you work. After completing your timesheet at the end of the pay cycle, you must submit the timesheet to be approved by your supervisor. If your hours were logged correctly and your timesheet is approved, your paycheck will be available exactly 1 week later in the form of a physical paycheck that you must pick up or in the form of direct deposit. We highly recommend setting up direct deposit. For a step-by-step guide to using Workday, visit the link below. If you have questions regarding your paycheck or Workday, contact your supervisor. Don't go directly to the business or payroll office. Work schedules. Student workers are prohibited from working more than 20 hours a week across all campus jobs. If you are working another job on campus, it is your responsibility to let your supervisor know before they build the schedule. You are entitled to breaks depending on the amount of time worked in a single shift or throughout the course of one day. When you work more than 3.5 consecutive hours, you are entitled to a 15-minute paid rest period. When you work more than 5 hours, you are entitled to a 30-minute unpaid meal period. For more information on the university policy, visit the link below. Overtime rates means 1.5 times your regular hourly rate, which applies when more than 8 hours are worked in one day, or an individual works for 7 consecutive days. Double time rates, which are 2 times as much your regular hourly rate, apply when you work more than 12 hours in one day. Working overtime or double time is prohibited unless you have received the prior written approval from your supervisor. If you have another campus job that will put you in danger of violating these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Time off. You may request time off 3 weeks in advance. Time off requests without 3 weeks' notice are not guaranteed. Student workers are required to find a substitute if they request time off. Missing a shift without requesting time off or finding a substitute is considered absenteeism. Sick time. If you are sick and unable to attend your shift, you must email your supervisor letting them know immediately and do your best to find a substitute. You may use your university accrued sick time. You can find your sick time balance on Workday. Missing a shift without notifying your supervisor is considered absenteeism as well. For more information on university sick policy, visit the link below and direct any other questions to your supervisor. Finding a substitute. If you can't attend your scheduled shift, it is your responsibility to find a substitute. Not finding a substitute for your shift puts your coworkers in a difficult situation and is subject to disciplinary actions. To find a substitute, you may contact other student workers via the email list for the semester. Once you have secured a substitute, you must email your supervisor indicating who your substitute will be and which shift they will be covering. Be sure to include the date and time. The substitute must be CC'd on the email and will be expected to reply to confirm accuracy. Absenteeism. Failure to follow the policies and procedures regarding notification of or requests for leave, habitual tardiness, chronic absenteeism, patterns indicating abuse of leave policy, falsification of timekeeping records, failure to return from approved leaves, or job abandonment is considered absenteeism and is subject to disciplinary action. USCID and access control. Being part of our team grants you access to Annenberg spaces. Use your access wisely and with respect during building hours of operation. We use USCID cards to control access. It is your responsibility to always have your USCID with you during your shifts. Inappropriate or unauthorized use of our spaces are subject to disciplinary action. For more information on getting a proxy card, visit the link below. Communication and documentation. You may receive assignments or notifications for your shift over email. You are expected to check your USC email and respond within 24 to 48 hours when a reply is needed. Always document your work in our ticketing system, Zendesk. You are expected to do the following. Understand how Zendesk works. Respond to tickets assigned to you and your support group. Create tickets that have been requested by phone or in person. Summarize in-person or over-the-phone customer interactions. Let the customer know you are taking steps to help. Internally document your work and planned actions periodically. Follow up with customers periodically and proactively. When an answer is needed from the customer, kindly remind them. When complete, let the customer know you have solved the request. Ask them if there is anything else you can help with. Disciplinary actions. Members of our team are expected to follow policies and procedures outlined in training. Actions that may result in disciplinary actions include, but are not limited to, not adhering to any of the university or team policies, taking actions against our customer service philosophies, failing to communicate and/or document actions or work, forgetting to submit timesheets or inaccurately report hours worked, working overtime or double time without approval, working more than your maximum hours allowed, not requesting time off, not reporting sick time, not finding a substitute, absenteeism, tardiness, inappropriate or unauthorized use of our spaces, unprofessional or unacceptable conduct in the work environment, incorrectly executing a procedure, inaccurately reporting an issue or resolution, initiation in confrontational communication with a team member or customer, disruptive or abusive behavior. For more information on causes for discipline, visit the link below. Staff involved in these types of behaviors are subject to disciplinary actions that may include, but are not limited to, training or counseling, oral warning, written warning, discontinuation of privileges, demotion and/or removal from supervisory position, immediate or scheduled suspension without pay, immediate or scheduled termination. Emergency procedures. In the event of an emergency, our team should remain calm, collected, ready to follow and/or give direction to Annenberg faculty, staff, students, and guests. To be best prepared, our team is required to watch the USC Emergency Procedures module. Access the USC Emergency Procedures video module at the link below. Report any immediate crisis to USC Department of Public Safety at 213-740-4321 or extension 4321. Write it down. It will come in handy. Earthquakes. In the event of an earthquake, drop, cover, and hold under a table or a desk while avoiding windows and protecting your head and neck from falling objects or furniture. After the shaking stops, check for any potential injuries, but do not move any injured people unless they are in danger. In case of structural damage, evacuate the building. In the event of a fire, move away from immediate danger and activate the nearest fire alarm. If trapped inside a room, close as many doors as possible between you and the fire, wedging a cloth along the bottom of the door to minimize smoke. Open available windows for a fresh air supply. In the event of civil unrest, unless otherwise instructed by DPS or the Los Angeles Police Department, do not leave the building or attempt to leave campus. Do not confront perpetrators. In the event of an active shooter, you will most likely be notified by DPS. Instruct people in your immediate area to take shelter indoors. Stay away from windows and remain inside until given the all clear by campus officials. If you hear shots fired in your building, take shelter, close doors, turn off lights, and silence all cell phones. For more information on what to do in the event of an active shooter, visit the link below. In the event of a power outage and the room does not have sufficient lighting, gather personal belongings, exit the building, or go to a well-lit location and await further instructions. If something occurs that does not put anyone in immediate danger, call the DPS non-emergency line at 213-740-6000 or extension 6000. Write it down. I'll give you a second. Additional university policies and resources. University's policy on discrimination, harassment, and sexual assault are available at the link below. The university's complaint reporting are available at this link below. You may find all university policies posted at this link below.